An estimated 22 million Americans are suffering from something you yourself may not even be aware of. It's called sleep apnea, and it is a potentially life-damaging and life-threatening disease. But there is help, and there is hope. Cameron Fontana talked to a sleep apnea sufferer to see how he's getting some relief.
Do you know what this is? Some of you might. This is an instrument, or at least part of one, called a CPAP that helps treat people suffering from sleep apnea, which millions across the country are suffering from. With me today is an expert on the subject matter, Dr. Bez. How are you, Dr. Bez?
Great. How are you?
Good. For the viewers that don't know, what are some of the symptoms of sleep apnea?
Well, most common one is heavy snoring or excessive sleepiness during the day. However, one other common one is just excessive gastric reflux. You're reaching for an antacid tablet along every day. That's a problem.
Wow. And we said earlier that's even one of the symptoms could be weight gain, correct?
That's correct.
So we have a patient of yours with you, and this is, who is this,
This
doctor?
is Dustin Hoyle here. He's a patient of mine, and he just recently started on an oral appliance as an alternative to the CPAP.
Dustin, when you first got diagnosed with sleep apnea, what were some of the symptoms that you saw that you faced in your life?
Well, a lot of days I was very fatigued. I felt myself dozing off a lot during the day. I did have the acid reflux as well, and I started gaining weight pretty rapidly. I knew I had something going on, but I was working third shift, and anybody that works third shift knows that it's a tough shift. So I tried to point the finger at that. One day, I was having a conversation with a roommate on the couch. I dozed off. He woke me up, and he was nervous about how long I had fallen asleep and stopped breathing. So that kind of told me I got something more serious going on I need to get looked into. So I contacted my physician, had a sleep study done, and was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea.
What was the treatment that they gave you right off the bat?
Initially, they requested the CPAP machine.
Which is this?
I did a 7-hour sleep study with that overnight. The treatment worked. However, I was not comfortable myself. I still felt like I wasn't getting adequate sleep, even though the results were saying I wasn't comfortable. So I was referred to Dr. Bez and the TAP appliance, so I contacted him and started the process there.
And what is the TAP appliance? I see you have them in your hands right there.
The TAP appliance here it's essentially like a mouth guard. It's 2 pieces here that connect, and what it's doing is the bottom piece with this little shaft here, it pulls your bottom jaw out.
Is it pretty easy to wear?
Oh yeah, very easy, very easy.
Let me see.
Just connect the two. Just put it in like a regular mouth guard.
It fits very easily. He can wear that very easily and breathe through his nose and his mouth during the night.
Did he see some pretty quick results, doctor, after using this?
He can't talk right now, but
Yeah.
yes, I think he did.
How are you feeling? I know it's hard right now, Dustin. You can take those out. How are you feeling now that you've been treated with this?
Much better. I've started to sleep at night, no more fatigue during the day. I've actually started losing weight already, and I haven't even changed my diet or exercise yet.
Wow.
So the results are phenomenal. Don't wait.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Dustin and Doctor, for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
If you could be suffering from sleep apnea, just contact the number and website on the screen. It's drbez.com, correct?
That's correct.
Get the treatment today and have some good sleep.